Hey y'all, welcome to Convos with Bree. This is day 11 of my 365-day visibility challenge. And today I want to talk about how much my life has changed since I stopped being frustrated, angry, annoyed, hurt, and instead I was able to choose peace. This all started one day when Marco and I were arguing with each other about the same old thing we had been arguing about for years. And I called up one of my very best friends and I actually, you know what? I don't know, I did. I did call her. I normally don't do that. That's why it was so surprising to me that I reached out. But I was so frustrated this day that I felt like if I didn't sound this off of somebody, like I was just gonna lose it. I was feeling so crazy in this argument because we had both come so far, but we could not seem to hear each other or to meet each other when it came to certain aspects of our life. We just always found ourselves, um, we always found ourselves back at the same defensive place on both sides. And I called her up and I said, let me tell you what's going on. And she pulled a me on me and she stopped me from going through the whole argument. And she said, tell me what's really wrong. And I couldn't. And she said, yes, you can. Tell me what's really wrong. No fat, just what is wrong? What is it about this that's bothering you so much? And I said, I always have to be the one to hear him first. I always have to see him first. We always have to handle his feelings first. And just one time, I want him to just be able to hear me without turning it into something about himself. And she knows him very well, and she knew exactly what I was talking about. And she had also experienced this with him. So she had an incredibly unique perspective on it. And she said to me, girl, I understand, but why are you choosing this reaction? And I was so mad because one, I knew she was right. I knew I was choosing it. But as much as I knew that, and as much as I have said this to other people, and I have done this in other areas of my life, this was the one place that I could not get out of my own way. I could not take responsibility for my own reactions and my thoughts around this one area because it felt so unjust. It felt so unfair. And I just wanted what I wanted. And it felt in those moments like this relationship wasn't right for me because it was so frustrating and I couldn't get what I needed. But when she asked me why I was choosing it, it hit me. I felt it in my body, and my body came to life. And it said, yes, yes, this is what you need to pay attention to. This is what we've been trying to get you to see. You're like me, I'm making it unfair. I'm holding on to these feelings and these thoughts. I'm giving it this energy. I've never had a convo where somebody books a convo with me and we sit down And I have never thought, "Ugh, when's it going to be about me?" That's what I do. That is who I am. I am a seeker of inner truths. I am somebody who brings to light what is really being felt or really needs to be seen and heard. That is my role in this world. This is what I have begged life for. I have literally asked to be this person and to have a career around this and a life around this and to be the one that does this first. And here life was giving me the perfect opportunity and the perfect partner, because he would work with me and he grows with me and evolves with me every single time I hear him first. And then he naturally gives me more of what I am craving in this way that I wasn't even expecting. And I was missing the gift, being hung up on what I thought was wrong with us. But my perspective was wrong. And my perception of self was wrong. And she was right in that moment. It's not that he was perfect or that he didn't have anything to change in that moment, but it was that I was so focused on what he needed to do, what he needed to change, what I needed to get. And that's never been how I operate. So why would I do that in relationships? And I started doing things differently after that day because my awareness was different. I could not behave the way I had before we had that conversation because now my awareness was there. My awareness was that if I want my dream relationship, I need to be the version of myself that has that relationship. I didn't need a new partner. I needed to start to undo our learned patterns because we have so much love and we have been through so many things, and we have proven time and time again that we want this and we will fight for this, and we will bare ourselves to the bones in order to shed the things that we need to shed to become better versions of ourselves that deserve this wonderful relationship and each other. And it changed everything. It made us operate from a place of being best friends, always and first and foremost. Before anything else, we were best friends. And no matter what the future held, we were best friends. And I had to operate like that, not just with him, but also with myself and with everybody closest to me. No more of this assumed behavior. No more of running on assumptions. No more of feeling hurt and reacting from a place of these low-level frequency emotions. It was time for me to fully step in and embody this version of myself. Because I'm not looking for right and wrong. I'm not looking for black and white. I'm dancing in all the colors. And I'm seeing every kind of life path and experience and how they've taken things on. I am seeing so much of what the world is experiencing from personal perspectives. And I don't want it to be about me anymore. I am so excited to hear about others. I'm so excited to be able to bring to light the patterns that I see and the questions that I have, and to be curious about other humans. And it's so beautiful what happens when you see them, when you hear them, when you see pieces of them that they were struggling to see about themselves, or things that they have been looking for so hard their whole lives for somebody who saw them. And then for me to come in and just see it so easily. It's so fun, the light that comes to them. It's so fun what they start to discover and who they become. And here I was in this relationship that I love to be in. I love to come home to him. I love when he comes home to me. I love falling asleep with him and waking up next to him. I love every single second of everything we do together. I love the life that we have built, the comfort level I have with him. I love him with every cell that exists in my body, in my soul, in this lifetime and every lifetime before and after this one. He is entwined with my soul. And he has done more for me than anything has ever been able to do for me, to grow me, to see me, to just love me to the best of his ability at every step of the way. And he has worked so hard to be able to love me more deeply and to love me more just rawly and naturally and authentically. And just, he becomes more and more himself. He lets me in ways that I have only dreamed of. And he does see me so clearly. And whenever we're in those moments, he's never trying to hurt me. And yet here I am feeling hurt, even though I have the knowledge that he would never intentionally hurt me. Every time that he has ever hurt me, he has been struggling. Every time that we have ever had a moment of this disconnection, it's struggle, it's fear, it's hurt, it's past pain. It's all of these things that just needed love and light and awareness and kindness and just all this love. And coming at each other defensively is not doing anything good for either one of us. That's not how to love each other right. And I didn't want to listen to society or what I had seen or what I had learned or what's right and what's wrong and what's this and what's that. I wanted to go with what I felt. And I wanted to give us a chance to be even better. So I started doing this thing where every time I'm aware that I'm feeling a low frequency energy, so I'm feeling exhausted, I'm feeling hurt, I'm feeling sad or jealous or just anything, any kind of defense, any kind of annoyance or frustration, anger. I use that as a telltale sign that I am not in my highest vibration. And anything I do from that moment on is going to expand that energy in my internal as well as my external world. I am choosing from this moment on because I am aware that I'm in a low frequency, and I am aware that I want to put action, put energy behind this low energy, this low frequency place. That's me choosing it. So I stop right there and I take a breath and I keep breathing until I feel calm. And if breathing isn't working, I look around. I think about the colors of the wall. I think about what the carpet feels like on my feet. I touch the mic. I touch anything, touch the wall, touch the desk, feel the keys. I look around and I see what I love on the wall, what makes me feel good. I look outside. I go outside if I need to. I take a beat. And I no longer allow myself to respond or start spiraling in my thoughts or my feelings in that moment. Because I am not here to expand these negative frequencies, these low level frequencies. I am here to expand the high vibrations. I am here to find empathy and kindness and peace when all I want to go to is anger. That is not meant for me. That is learned behavior. That is from past experiences. That is not my present moment right now. So I make myself present right now. And I look at that man and I tell him out loud, "You are my best friend. I know you are not trying to hurt me right now." And I close my eyes and I take a breath. And it's beautiful because when I open my eyes, I see that man sitting with his eyes closed and he's breathing and he's feeling that truth and he's understanding his tone. He's understanding his language. He's understanding how he is coming across in that moment. And he remembers we're best friends and he loves me the way I love him. And he never wants to hurt me and I never want to hurt him. And we breathe. And then a lot of times we touch, we hug, we hold hands, we put our hands on each other's legs, whatever it is that we need in that moment, we connect and we seal it in. We, in fact, are best friends and we love each other and we are never wanting to hurt each other. We don't ever want either one of us to hurt. We most definitely don't want to be responsible for that hurt. We love each other very much. And we bring it back to right now. And then we very calmly and very kindly say what it is that we need. And then we find ourselves in an entirely different conversation. One where we are building, one where we are full of love. We are full of those high frequencies. And a lot of times we find ourselves shedding some tears, or we find ourselves just taking some deep breaths and letting it off of us. And a lot of times we find ourselves in laughter, in gratitude, and we find ourselves falling even more in love with each other. And right now, the way we are, I can't even imagine a day that we wake up and we don't choose each other and we don't do this, because we never have any long length of time anymore. There's no significant amount of time that we are not connected. And the more that this happens, the more that we can hear each other's thoughts. We literally know what the other one is thinking about before we even talk about it. We can just look at each other and say, "Hey, are you thinking about this right now?" And we're always spot on. It's like we're just getting more deeply connected. We are divinely intertwined. And I think that after seeing it in us and seeing it in so many couples that I've worked with, it brings to light right away. Like one conversation can bring to light right away if you really want to work for this, if you really want to fight for it, if you really want to do the work to become best friends. And the beautiful part is I've seen couples stay together and become better than ever, and I've seen them split. And even the ones that split, they co-parent better. They can co-parent, or they can separate from a kind place. It's like it's just this understood energy that it's not right. And they're both supposed to move on. And while it still hurts and it takes time to get used to it, the transition has been so much more beautiful in these couples, no matter which way they go. And At the end of the day, it shouldn't be focused on forever. We lose so much of ourselves by staying fearful in the past or fearful in the future. But really, all that matters and all we have is right now. And right now, we can just step into our highest frequency. And right now, we can get the life of our dreams because we are the person that is living our dreams. We embody right now the things that we desire. And it's not always easy, but it gets a lot easier the more aware you become and the more you crave the peace and the more confidence you have in your ability to always get the peace. You understand that things will still happen and things will be hard, but it's the new knowledge and the new deep belief that no matter what happens, it will all be okay and you will find your way, and that one day it'll make sense. And you'll have peace and you feel all the things that you want to feel right now. Taking responsibility for my own role in my suffering is one of the greatest gifts I've ever allowed myself. And the natural beauty of the path that unfolded for everyone around me, it's like we're all doing the same thing. We're all coming into the same awareness. And I love the direction that this is taking all of us as a collective, as a whole. And if this resonates, just know that you are just as capable. And if you ever feel alone, you can always go to convoswithbree.com. You can book a convo with me. I write blogs. I do this podcast. I do tons of free stuff. You can ask questions on my social medias, get in my DMs. I love to deepen the conversation. I love to bring this awareness to the surface. I love to find the moments where it's a clear before and after. Like you'll never be exactly who you were before that moment because you can never unlearn what you just learned, what you just found about your own self, about your own power. That's why I'm here. That's my purpose. That's my passion. I talked about the snow globes, and I believe all of us have these snow globes of memories that make our past and they make our future, and we have one right now. And right now is the moment to look at that snow globe and make it the best possible one that shows not just the good, but it shows everything you rose through and everything that you didn't think that you could make it through, but you did, and you thrived, and you teach your nervous system that it's not that things are going to be perfect. It's not that you're never going to experience things that will break you. It's not that you're never going to be triggered again, but it's that you know you're going to find a way to learn and to evolve and to make it beautiful. And that you're always going to find your way. And that absolutely nothing meant for you will miss you. And you can relax and you can enjoy all of it. The good, bad, and everything in between. I love y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Please remember, if this does something for you, share it, subscribe. Like, this is all I want to do. So if every time you like, share, subscribe, comment, anything, you help me get one step closer to making this dream a real reality. And What a gift, y'all, to be able to help each other in this way and to connect on this level. It just absolutely means the world to me, especially with everything that I have been through. And I never thought that I would make it, let alone be able to feel this level of gratitude again. And I am just so grateful that I hung in there and that my hope never fully left me, and that so many of you just brought me back and bring me back all the time. And I could never find the words to truly explain how much it means to me, to all of you that have bought my book and read my book and loved my books, and that have been here, that have booked the combos, that have just supported me and let me know how much this has made a difference in your life. Like, you guys have made all the difference in mine. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed day. I love y'all.